Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023, and this is our weekly cult meeting, Wizard Wednesday, channeling in from the Quantum Downs. This is the Black Goat of the Wood, Elf J Trul, and joining me is...
Fuzzy Orange Puppet, Dotta.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Am I
What
the
up,
one
guys?
breaking up, or is that Bear?
No, I think it's you,
Hey,
Dotta.
I'm good. Oh, dear.
But also, Bear is really late. Bear, you're on mute.
Okay, there we go. We're going to switch networks. Hopefully that's a bit better.
You guys are all over the place.
Okay,
holidays...
you guys are really just blowing this whole intro today. Jitsi, I think it's just going to be me and you today.
Change up.
How about this? Is this any better?
That's much better.
You're good now.
Great.
But I think we lost Bear.
Oh, man.
It's all right. I'm just like a budget bear anyway, so.
Yeah, your wish shopping Bear.
Right,
But it's better than nothing.
let's try one more time.
What's up? Bear here.
There you go, Bear.
Turkey
Get
bear.
it together.
Turkey bear.
Hey.
All
How
right.
we doing today, guys?
We're good. It sounds like you guys are in the kitchen or something.
Yeah, I'm over at I guess Papa Dota's house, my dad's house. So we're out here for Thanksgiving celebrations. It's really fun. So sorry if the internet's kind of bad. I wouldn't think it'd be worse in my house though.
And Bear, what's your excuse?
I'm in the oven. My family told me to hang out inside the oven, so I'm just going to hang out here. It's getting a little hot, though. Want, want, want.
All right. Well, okay. I just want to apologize right off the top. I totally forgot that this is No Magic November. And I think I've been just talking about magic and saying magic all this month. So I am plumb sorry for this oversight. It is indeed No Magic November, and it's almost over. But I just wanted to acknowledge all the ducks in the cult and just recognize the proper month. And we lost them again.
When are we going to get a proper soundboard? So, because I'm here. I wanted to hit a little duck sound. We need a soundboard.
I mean, I think you're doing a plum job at this introduction, but we just don't have such a good connection or something. So yeah.
Okay, got it. Jitsi, yeah, I'm gonna rely more on you today. All right, so yeah, we've actually got a lot of questions today. It's funny because I always ask for questions at 1 full hour before the show starts, and then 90% of them pour in the last 5 minutes, and you give me no time to prepare for questions, but I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But before that, Bear or Jitsi, can you tell us about this game voting for the game contest? I'm not really sure exactly what it is.
Yeah, I actually didn't know too much. I've seen it in passing, right? And I think it's just a company who's trying to get in front of Web3 gaming that's putting a lot of the games that are being built in front of people to vote on, and they have this whole nomination process. I think they did it. This is the first time this year. Maybe there's one last year, but relatively new. We got kind of people to vote last night to get us into the nomination process, and we are now one of the choices for the People's Choice for a game. So there's a bunch of really great games. They've done a really good job, I think, of putting together the right games too. I've seen a couple that I haven't heard of, but I've heard of most of them, and they're ones that are actually pushing forward. So it's exciting. Who knows if we win? But we're in the group of games that I think are all of equal caliber. So it's fun. And people showed up last night really quickly because we needed over 300 nominations. And we got it in 4 hours or something insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. They let us know, and then they were like, "Okay, well, you have 3. We'll get you in. Do you want to join this thing?" We're like, "Sure." They're like, "Okay, cool. You have 3 or 4 hours to get 300 votes." So we're like, "Okay." So yeah, so everybody showed up. Well done, Colt.
Yeah, that's just plumb exciting. I'm really proud of the cult.
Yeah, really
And
plumberful.
it really is.
Wonderful.
But this is just like part one of the voting, right? Like it's not the finals.
Correct. This is the finals now. I think it lasts for like a week or something. There's 18 choices, if I remember correctly. But it begins today. So yeah, we're in it now, though.
Okay, got it. So okay, so if you already voted, you got to vote again starting today, right?
Correct. And we have a tweet on our social that basically, if you click the link, it's a pretty easy process. They've done a good job of having a great interface. Go vote for Forgotten Runiverse. We love you.
Plumtastic. Okay, anything more on that, Bear?
No, I'm just trying to forget my. I'm just trying to understand how to use Plum correctly because I feel like there's a lot of plums being thrown around right now.
I'll
I got
give you an
plums all over my
example. Like
face.
if we were to win this contest for People's Choice Award, that would just be Plumbelievable.
That's a good one.
That was good, Dotta. That was good. Probably the best one yet. Okay, and then we also have a really fun thing that O and Oz made. Oz, I think you were going to come up and tell us a little bit about it, and I've got something from O to play. We'll just wait until you come up here, Oz, and then we'll talk about that. It's really freaking cool. I think a lot of people have seen it in the Secret Tower already, but I'll wait until Oz comes up here to talk more about it. Oh wait, there's Oz right there. Let's see. Hey Oz, hello.
Hey Elf. Hey everyone.
Hey, so
How's it
Oz, do you want me
going?
to play this thing from
What's
O
up,
first?
Oz?
Yeah. I think
Do you want me to play this
we
thing?
can play. Yeah. Super fun.
Okay, yeah, great. All right, so yeah, so O this morning. It's like 2 minutes long. Let me just play this. So that's not it.
Hello, Wizards. I'm sorry I'm not there in person today. This is O. I'm at a magical show, actually. I'm going to see Darren Brown, like this British kind of mentalist kind of... It doesn't really matter who he is, but what does matter is that me and Oz are going to be releasing a very special collection. It's actually already out. It came out like maybe an hour ago, and if it hasn't already minted out, like you to check it out. It's available to mint the whole collection for 0.04 ETH, and if you collect all 4 moments, we'll airdrop you an extra bonus moment. I'm hoping that Oz will be there to tell you more about what the project is, but just to give you a little bit of my perspective, it's a collaboration. It's unfolding in real time. We're going to be responding to what happens across the world of Forgotten Runes, and I'm hoping that we can take some of you along on the adventure with us. So yeah, check it out. I'm sorry I'm not there to say this in real time. And if possible, Oz will talk after these 4 lovely Liverpudlian men. Play me out.
And Oz is here to tell us about it. So yeah, what do you got, Oz?
Yeah. Well, I think O made a very cool presentation. So yeah. So it would be nice to have a background music now. But yeah, kind of nervous, but really excited to be dropping this because we've been working on it for the past months. I'm gonna paste the link to the thread that I have just posted in the Secret Tower. And yeah, I think for us, it's been fun to do that because it's all about lore and art, which are like the pillars of the cult to me since the beginning. And yeah, I think it's a collaborative narrative, and I think it's maybe it's the next step. We start seeing more of these come in the cult. And we're happy to be doing this now. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy. And I mean, the stories and the artwork, and it's being crafted with lots of love. And I hope this is easy to be noticed. So yeah.
What can you tell us more about? Like, tell us more about the specifics of the collection. Like, just tell us more about like what it is, the inspiration, what some of the art looks like. Describe it visually for people who are listening.
Yeah, cool. So this story started with a lore piece that I shared 2 years ago, which was based in a painting by Paul Cézanne, of who I'm a big fan. And it talked about the past masters. So O was interested in this concept of the past masters. So we started developing this story, which mixes the stories of Hadrian, which is his wizard, and my wizard, which is Quaid of the Sun. That in lore is my painting master. So this is all connected to the atelier because my master left the atelier and bequeathed it to me. So now he's doing his quests with Hadrian while I'm the current keeper of the atelier, and he's been corresponding with me through letters. And every chapter that we publish, it's a letter from Quay to the atelier. And we have also the perspective of Hadrian in Hadrian's Book of Lore entries. And these stories are illustrated by me based on paintings by old masters. In this first chapter, we have 4 moments, and each moment is based on a painting by an old master. And yeah, you can see them all in the Book of Lore. And also, I've just updated the Atelier website. And I think it's, I mean, maybe it's a lot of information, but hopefully it will become clearer as people get involved. And I think one of the cool things about this is we're definitely eager to include other wizards. We have a general plot outlined, but nothing defined yet, because we do want to respond live, as O said in his audio file, to whatever goes on in the Runiverse. So yeah, it's we're very happy to be dropping this, and yeah, that's it, I think.
Oz, they're amazing. I love them. My favorite is the Corvids over the mountain. That is a gorgeous image. I love the way you drew the Corvids. And I also love that this is it's a lore piece that is combining 2 wizards, and when you said you're going to involve more wizards in this whole saga, I think that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to what else you're going to bring to us. I myself minted all 4 of these images.
Cool.
Yeah, I would encourage everyone here to at least mint one, but I think, as O said, if you mint all 4, you get a surprise. Is that right?
Yeah, we're doing a special bonus moment for everyone who mints the overture set, which is the 4 moments. So there is a 5th moment for everyone who mints the first 4. And yeah, so just a sneak peek, we've outlined in a way that 2 crows might appear. Although
Nice.
we know that the token changed hands recently, which was a sort of a plot twist. But yeah, but we've been in touch with Mayor, and I think it's going to be a very fun project, and looking forward to drop more chapters and more artwork and more lore.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you guys. I mean, it's been 2 years, and time goes by quickly, and I'm really honored to be part of this community. So thank you so much.
Oz, we are honored to have you. Cult content like this is among my favorite. So yeah, I love seeing stuff like this.
You're my favorite, Oz. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Oh man, so good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you, Oz. Love you, Oz. Jitsi, we're gonna have a little side conversation after this.
Yeah, I pinned the project up to the top of this space. So definitely check that out. Okay, like I said, we've got a lot of cult questions, and they are all over the place. So let's dive in. I'm going to start with a really fun one. So VMark is asking, which 80s and 90s trippy animation movie had the biggest effect on you and the rest of your team when you were a kid? I definitely have a few answers to this, but Jitsi,
Same.
Bear, Dotta, do you guys have answers?
Oh, I have one. I'll start off because this is like one of my favorite movies as a kid, and I still think it lives up to be amazing. The Page Master, if anybody saw that movie, like blew my mind as a kid.
Yeah, is
Which
that with
one?
like
Which
animated Macaulay Culkin?
Yes, exactly. It starts off in real life, and he becomes animated in the library, and it's like trippy
Yeah.
acid scene with all the paint everywhere, and it goes on like the hero's journey, told like, you know, basically just like plot for plot, and it just like blew my mind as a kid. And I watched it recently, still fantastic.
Yo, which I know this movie. What is it called again?
The Page Master.
The Page Master. Yeah, I remember this. This was good.
I know
This
what
was
you're
a good
talking
movie.
about.
It's it's great. If anyone here hasn't seen it, I would highly recommend it. There's like even a wizard in it. Like it's like so good.
Yep, good choice. Bear, Dotta, do you guys have one?
Are we talking about animated movies we like?
Yeah, but it's got to be like a trippy one. It can't just be like Bambi.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe this is cliche. I don't know, but I think seeing Akira at an age that was way too young definitely changed me, and certainly had me practicing trying to figure out if I could move things with my brain when I was a little kid.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that thing is definitely trippy.
We lost Dotta again. Okay, I'll give mine. I actually have like three. First of all, the Pink Elephants on Parade scene from Dumbo. Very trippy. And then do you guys know Will Vinton, the claymation studio? I think
I don't know the studio.
Yeah, they were big in like the 80s and 90s. They did the California Raisins.
I mean, I remember that commercial. Favorite commercial ever.
Yeah, so they did a few films, and I think the trippiest one, they did a film called The Adventures of Mark Twain. And it's just so freaking weird. And there's a scene in particular where it talks about the devil. And it's like borderline horror. And
what rating did this movie have?
I think it's PG, but yeah, like this scene like has no place in the movie, but it's in there. And so it was definitely trippy. And then there was another. Yeah, there was another film called Rock and Rule by this Canadian animation studio called Nelvana. And it's like a cult classic. Everybody hated it. It's got terrible reviews, but I absolutely love it. And it's very trippy.
Did you guys ever? It makes me think of that movie Forbidden Planet. Have you ever seen that?
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Like it's like from like 1950, early 50s, and it's this French animated film. I just watched it the other night. Holy smokes! That could
56,
that could send you into certain headspaces and places. If you're not careful, I would totally check that out.
These are both wild recommendations. I'm looking at them both.
Your
both
answers are like so fancy and niche and hipster. Mine is like
because I'm whoa. Okay, what is it? What's your mid answer?
Like the Brave Little Toaster. That was like
that was good too.
Like where like the vacuum like eats his cord because they're like gonna go into that big like equipment.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
What about that's a good one. Elf, what's the one with that's about like mice and it's really dramatic and like honestly kind of scary?
An American Tale?
No.
American Tale. The Secret of Nim.
Yes, The Secret of
Nim. Secret of Nim. Yes.
Dude,
I love movie conversations.
That movie was amazing. You ever see that, Dotta?
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Classic. Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Okay, yeah, good question, V Mark. Okay. Here's a good one. This one's for you, Dotta. Critical is asking, is Magic Machine planning on releasing a token for the ecosystem?
What are you talking about? We released hundreds of tokens.
No, I think he means like a fungible token, like a
an ERC20.
When Wizard. Yeah.
No, not right now. I don't want to. I don't want to ruin what we have a good thing going here. And I think that when you launch a token, then everybody sees everything and price of that token. Like, never say never, but someday. Like, not right now, not this year. Like the Runiverse
That was the
game
first thing that Dotta. That was the first thing that you told me when I first came in. You're like, we're never doing a token. I'm like, word.
Yeah. Look, I just think that like, show me the NFT project that has done a token successfully, right? And as much as I think that like we're the best team ever and I'm the best at tokenomics ever, the reality of the situation is like if you release a token, it goes down and then everyone's sad, right? Look at even Ape. Like if even apes can't even like maintain the value of their token going from $20 down to like $1, like what how is like Forgotten Runes as a community supposed to like maintain that in the proper way? And that's not even getting to the issue of sort of like utility and regulation risk and all these things. So the Forgotten Runiverse game will have a lot of tokens, right? The resources and the items can become tokens, right? We're talking about the in-game economy of like the wizard gold, for example. So like there will be aspects that can be turned into ERC20s probably, but this idea that we're gonna like reduce the project down to some overarching like $ wizard, I just don't see it. I mean, I would love to do it eventually. Really, what I see is that it ends up being kind of like a giant like liquidity event for the team a lot of the time, and so we're not ready to do that. We're not ready yet.
Yeah, I don't like money. Money's terrible.
Let's win first. Like
no, but Dotta, don't you think that in a world where like like everybody got like ahead of themselves, like the actual order, the reason to do a token like that is to like backfill into an ecosystem you've already built and there's already like use to it, right?
That's right. Never say never. I'm just gonna like make sure that it's the right time, and I still don't think even net right now is the right time.
Yeah, it's just too Plum complex, and it's it's not. I don't think it's right for the project. It would just change the entire dynamic of what Forgotten Runes is about. But like Dotta said, never say never.
Dotta's not feeling it. Dotta's not feeling it in his plums.
No, I don't want to pontificate about it too long, but I just think people like put the cart before the horse, and it's just like, it's not. I don't want to reduce the project down to a number until we've got like the IP established.
Yep. Okay. It is the holidays, and Tiny Del Rio is asking, "What are we most thankful for this year?" Jitsi.
Man, I'm so cliche. We all know my answer here. I'm super thankful. I'm super thankful for everyone in the spaces and the team and the community.
Can you guys hear Jitsi? Because I can't hear him.
Yes,
yeah, I can
we
hear
can
him.
hear
I
him.
can hear him.
This space is somewhere that I'm like most comfortable, and I think it's all because of everybody here and how they interact with one another, and I'm just like super grateful. There's not much else to say. I'm just like more happy than I've ever been, and it's because of everyone in this space right now.
Jitsi, I think my answer is basically the same as yours. I'm thankful for the cult, and I know I say that every year, but it's true. Damn it, it's the best thing going in my life, and I mean, that's what I'm most thankful for, and I'm like legitimately grateful to have this community and this project, and I don't know if I deserve it, but I do, and I never go a day without feeling blessed for it. Matto, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Pretty relaxed on this nice Thanksgiving Eve. Have some nice flavors wafting through the air from some pre-cooking.
Do you have a thing that you are most thankful for?
I mean, I'm most thankful for how, I mean, right now everyone showed such huge support for the Runiverse game last week. Everybody joined in. I think I mentioned this before that it almost felt like it was like a week long party, like especially because it was almost like coming off the heels of Halloween, and we actually didn't have like the names of everybody showing up yet for if they have their wizards on. So like it was almost like a masquerade party, except you knew everybody's costume beforehand, even if you didn't know who they were. So it was very fun. It was very interesting, and I'm just really thankful everybody came in to appreciate what we've been building, and that everybody's had such a great time. That was legitimately fun for everybody, and everyone's excited for the next steps.
Yeah, for me, I think I echo that this past like week was such such a reminder of like the magic of the cult, right? Coming off of like 6 months of just a really cold winter out there, and a lot of just like everyone feeling a bit of like being ground down, and a lot of uncertainty and sort of the future of everything for the project and for the market and for everything. And so I think that like the Runiverse game really was just a reminder of what it feels like to have things really working in a substantial way. And so I'm like just so thankful for that. But I think more broadly, even without that, I'm just so thankful for my family, and thankful for the Magic Machine team, my partners, and the cult, of course. Really, really, it's just about like the people who make or break all of it on every day.
Bear, what do you got?
Yeah,
Thankful
I really
for
think we have
plums,
something
bro.
special here.
I'm thankful for plums. I can't. How can I answer this question when you guys literally took all of the answers? I will say I'm thankful for my I mean, like, what else is there to say? But what I will say is that I'm thankful for my family, and when I say my family, anyone who knows me, family can mean a lot of things, and yes, my blood relatives fall into that category, but also the team, the cult, the fact that like this, I get to do this every single day. I just have like this huge smile on my face listening to you guys like gushing about everything, and what's better than this? So thankful for all that.
Yeah, we have something special here.
That's a good one.
All right. Critical has another question. Critical wants to know, is there a warrior burn in the future?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's
So
go.
fast.
The answer is
I don't
yes.
like the only thing when I say things like this, I just get myself in trouble, right? Because now it's like every day forever someone's
Cutting out.
I don't expect
I
like
can't hear
I
him.
would like to do something in the first quarter here. Oh,
Nope.
Hello?
It's just a bunch of
It's
redacted.
okay. Yeah.
All good. I think I can translate some of Dotta.
Yeah. He said he's gonna burn warriors tomorrow. That's what he said.
What about now? Is my connection any better? Hello?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Okay. I was just saying that like I always get in trouble. My goal would be to do something in first quarter of next year. If you are like putting probabilities to it, give it 50-50, right? Because what I don't want to do is promise something and then we don't actually do it. My main like we're gonna remain limber, flexible. And we're going to yeah, so like I'm not going to commit to a specific date for it, but I would love to do Burn Warriors, and it'll be fun. It will be really, really fun.
Yeah, we have been talking a lot about it in the last few weeks, and it's most likely going to happen. But yeah, there's no definitive date on that.
It's kind of insulting to even bring it up on No Magic Member to talk about us actually burning a bunch of warriors.
No,
So.
it's okay. To be burned is an honor. These warriors are going to be charging into the flames or into whatever's going to be murdering them. They will be happy for it.
Yeah, warriors
To
don't have
Valhalla.
magic, so I think it's perfect for No Magic November.
To Valhalla.
To Valhalla.
Okay. Speaking of questions.
What? By the way, are you guys like planning any like what foods are you guys going to eat for Thanksgiving? Are you making any plum dishes?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm planning on putting plum jam on pretty much every item that I eat, and I'm gonna chase it down with some plum wine, and then have some plum cake for dessert. That's just pretty standard Thanksgiving stuff.
Well, last year we had this huge turkey because there were so many people, and like part of it was undercooked and part of it was super dry, and it was a disaster. So we're getting small chickens this year. So we're gonna have like a couple roast chickens because
Oh
it's easier to
yeah.
handle. No tryptophan, so we're not gonna fall asleep after. And then we're gonna have a bunch of stuffing and all the other good stuff. Although maybe we like slide a plum pie in there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. How about you,
We
Jits?
pivoted on everything. We pivoted on everything just because we had to. I called the fiance and said, all right, scratch all the ideas for cooking. Just go buy me about 3 dozen plums and we'll go from there. So like we're figuring it out as we go, but we're
Strong.
having
You're gonna
right.
make those like deviled plums. Just
Yeah, we're gonna make
cut
a
the plums in
lot
half.
of plum
What
stuff.
about you having
Car-
pickled plums?
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
you fill them with egg yellows with some mustard in there, mayonnaise.
Yes, that
The
sounds
plum shell.
delicious.
Yeah.
A little bit of egg with a little bit of plum. Yeah.
Listen, this all sounds plumalicious,
morning-
but I have to warn you: do not overdo the dried plums, aka prunes.
Ooh, yeah.
That'll get you in trouble.
Dangerous. Okay, Critical has another question, and probably one that we can't answer just yet, but we're gonna do it anyway. So Critical is asking from the Runiverse game. There were 10 different mounts from the Quantum Gifts. What's going to be the difference between those mounts and the ponies in the Forgotten Runes ecosystem? Why should we hold on to our ponies?
I like this question a lot, and I'm going to state prior that this is an ongoing conversation, and this is only my opinion on the matter, right? I believe that the ponies should have priority when it comes to speed and other things when it comes to anything that's gamified around them. I know that MMO players and gamers alike love mounts, and the ones that have the fastest speed are the ones that are coveted. So that's my position on it. I know it's an ongoing convo, but they're special, right? The ponies are special. They should showcase that within any gamification we have. And that's all I think right now on the topic.
Yeah, I think there's, well, I can't speak for Bisonic, but I'm pretty sure they will have a place in the game. But regardless of the game, a Magic Machine is definitely, well, again, like Dotta said, we can't answer this for certain, but we have a ton of ideas of ways that we want to use ponies in our ecosystem, whether it's racing or breeding or burning. So, I mean, the ponies were given away for free like 2 Christmases ago. And I think you should hold on to them. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I'll say from the Bisonic standpoint, I mean, like, it's still, like Jesse said, it's still ongoing discussion. And from Bisonic's point of view, we do want to make sure that we're not overstepping in terms of like what tokens that we do issue to the game, right? In terms of like what exists in the ecosystem already. So there is like, there is like the understanding of like we want to make sure that ponies have some distinct difference from the mounts. What those are currently, they're kind of like, up in discussion still, because ponies, like mounts, are still kind of like a way out in terms of discussion. Is like in terms of like development, is still like more important stuff to like focus on right now. But yeah, all that stuff is being considered. That's also part of this in general, just being careful about what kind of items we do issue in the game versus what already exists in the ecosystem. So that stuff is considered, just not really fully set in stone.
Well said.
Dotta, any insight, or are you disconnected?
No, I'm here. I think, yeah, Matto would be the one who would know what we're going to do with Runiverse game most closely.
But as far as Magic Machine goes,
oh, Plum's the word.
Okay.
Elf, you're dying to say something.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely.
Calm yourself.
I maybe more so than anyone else on the Magic Machine team have pony ideas that I really want to execute, but Plum's the word.
Alpha executing ponies, they're coming first before burning wizards. You heard it first here.
That would just be wrong, burning ponies. There's nothing good about that.
Yeah, well, speaking of Malevolent is asking Wen Soul Ponies, and yeah, Soul Ponies to me are the least interesting thing. Like, I think racing and breeding sounds more fun. Also, I think Acid and Bill made some Soul Ponies, or somebody did. I could be wrong.
Yeah. There's like they have their collection. That's for the mounts that they have for their collection. I don't know what the status of it is, but I know that they plan on having the mounts be burnable for like Soul Ponies. And something, I think, if you're a pony holder, you have to burn less. Like, I think it's like you burn 3 mounts or something to get a soul, but if you're a pony holder, then you only have to burn 1. I don't know those numbers, but just it was something along those lines. So
yeah. Okay, now Thread is a question that I think is on everyone's mind, except I don't know where you heard this, Thread, but Thread claims to have heard that there's something special in the works for Plum holders. Can we give any information on that? Thread, I swear you're making that up. Who told you that Plum holders are getting something special?
Yeah.
Jitsi, was that Jitsi? That little giggle kind of tells me.
I don't even know.
I would never, and I honestly, I don't. All I know is I love my Plum. That I have one, so I'm a fan of this idea, but I didn't start it.
Okay, if it wasn't you, then I'm gonna blame Ozzz. This sounds like something Ozzz.
Nice, perfect. He's not up here. He can't defend himself.
I opened up a treat box randomly over the summer, and I got a Plum. It was before anyone was talking about plums.
It was just Plum luck.
It was just Plum luck, baby. Just.
Okay.
I know. Swan. is really pushing on the plums too. He really pushes on them plums.
All right, Thread, you're gonna have to clarify who told you that, because I think you're making it up. Okay, and then okay, we've got a lore question. This is actually a pretty good question. So Kel is asking. He's asking about the Merlin's comic, that really awesome page that Merlin and Markofine released last week. So Kel is asking, does this canon lore of the Singularity from Merlin's comic apply to the Runiverse game or any other FRWC official lore like the comic or the show or anything else? So yeah, let me dip into this. This is a good question. So I remember, like, I don't know, maybe a year ago or more, when I talked about this lore around the technological singularity, and this is a point in our timeline where the IRL world intersects with the Runiverse. It's this time when the secret tower opens up and our physical selves and our wizard selves perform a quantum leap. The phrase "I am my wizard and my wizard is me" takes on an entirely new meaning. And this is a real, true event that is in our future. I believe that. I always talk about how Forgotten Runes is a reflection of the real world, because all great art is a reflection of the real world. All great art attempts to comment on some elusive truth of our reality, and Forgotten Runes is no different. And so the technological singularity is probably a real event that will occur. You can literally become your wizard in some way, and I mean, sure, it might not be a Forgotten Runes wizard, but this event will be indistinguishable from magic, and those of us who endure it and come out the other side will gain wizard-like status. This is all stuff we've talked about in past Wizard Wednesdays, and so when it comes to the show and the comic and the game and any cult content that wants to talk about this, like Merlin's comic, from what I've seen so far, they all do share a common thread on this narrative, namely that the singularity is a catalyst for us to join the Runiverse. But the exact details of such, I think, will probably differ from media to media. The game and the show and the comic and Merlin's take, they will all differ on exact details. I'm writing my own take on this in the show script, but again, there will be like a common thread throughout all of it. And I encourage anyone in the cult who wants to create a take on this to go for it, because ultimately canon, quote canon, will be what actually happens in the real world in the future, and nobody can really see into the future except Ouroboros. So yeah, go ahead and like write your own take on it if you want. But really, to answer your question, Kel, like I don't know if like the comic and the show and everything else will be perfectly synced, but that's totally fine, because that's the fun thing about canon. Like for literally every other media franchise from the past, like Batman, I've seen his origin story told in multiple different ways, but there's like a common thread throughout all of them, and I think that's the thing that we have to just always remember when we're talking about canon is like exact details can change, but there's always like a common foundation. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, here's another actually a fun lore question from Snoop Dogg. Snoop is asking, what is the wizard symbol for hazardous magic? Like the radioactive symbol we have for dangerous chemicals. Snoop, I don't know if there is one exact symbol for this because like really all magic is kind of hazardous. That's kind of the difference between magic and science is magic is unpredictable. It's a little bit dangerous. Nobody can entirely control it. I guess maybe if I wanted to sort of suggest an answer that's maybe satisfactory, like the purple wizards and the shadow hats are the ones who totally embrace the chaotic nature of magic. So maybe there's something there. But really all magic is just kind of this. Okay, and then SPZ is asking, when 3D Warriors? Oh man, SPZ, you just had to ask. Yeah,
SPZ's
TBA.
always trying to start ass. He knows this is throwing a curveball.
After Goblintown
Yeah.
is shipped, why are you even here asking questions?
Oh, damn.
Wait, hold up,
Yeah,
Dotta. Are you
finish
saying
Goblintown.
are you saying Goblintown has not shipped because SPZ just is not
I'm just
shipping?
saying, maybe if he spent more time coding and less time asking questions on Wizard Wednesday, maybe it'd be done by now.
Damn.
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 I don't even know who Dotta is anymore.
Yeah, that is plum brutal, Dotta. Damn.
Hit
You
him
need
in
to
the
have a
plums.
plum to Jesus moment.
All right. Okay, I think that is actually all the questions for today. I'm not seeing any more. But yeah, I mean, we've still got like 20 minutes left. Dotta, Bear, Matto, Jitsi, what else we got?
I think there's one question more of from the real Top Shot asking about Atheneum items in the Runiverse game. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like almost the same position as like the ponies question from earlier, which is like it's a bit too early to really consider them, especially because those came out like way after like development of the game. But they are like the team is aware of them, right? And like they're conscious of them and kind of thinking about how they can be implemented. But right now, there's like this in terms of the scope of development, there's other things that are being prioritized before we kind of go into those details. So
Yeah, that's right. Because like as much as the Atheneum items are like there's a lot of them sort of when you consider it within the entire game economy, there's like not that many of them either. And they're all on ETH-L1, so the gas is really expensive. So I think that we will work to kind of like give a sort of either like utility or exchange for them sometime within the game. Like that will be something that we'll try to do. But at the same time, I think of Athenium items more on the like, I don't know, how do I say it? Like lore and like
Yeah,
Tokenomics and
tokenomic side.
yeah.
yeah, that was the original intent of the Atheneum items was just storytelling, creative primitives. But that said, yeah, I think some probably will intersect with the Runiverse game. And Magic Machine is also building an event for some Atheneum items. I'm probably not supposed to say it, but I just did.
Heyo.
And there will probably be future uses for them. It's just like all of our tokens eventually the goal is to like have them interact with each other in fun. We're always coming up with prize uses for them. For example, like the gate opening a few years ago, the gate to the seventh realm. It was like you had to have a key and a wizard with a spell. Like there's always just going to be surprise utilities for everything that we build.
Yeah, and Elf just opened it up, which is we've got an event.
I could give an
planned
update
for
on the Goblintown. And is someone
We've got.
talking, or do I need to step
Oh,
down?
There.
sorry. Yeah, I think Bear's talking over
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Dotta.
Yeah, so Elf just spilled the beans that we have an Atheneum item event planned. And so the current calendar is that it'll start on December 1st, and it will be somewhat simple, right? There's not going to be a lot of plump in circumstance. It's going to be this like very straightforward event, but you'll be able to use your Atheneum items and maybe get a few more. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the month of December. Niski has been working super hard on it. Elf has been working super hard on it. So I'm like really, really excited to drop it. So yeah, the current plan is that starts on December 1st. And we'll let you know if there's any changes to that schedule. It should be fun.
Bear, you good?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I can talk about God, Twitter's being so, or X is being so buggy today.
Yeah.
I could talk about Goblintown and what's going on with that for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So
Yeah, go for it.
yeah, so if y'all don't know, we have a proposal into the ApeCoin DAO. You know, it's been really interesting going through the process. DAOs are an interesting entity to work with, and so we revised the proposal a little bit here and there. And so, you know, I think if you're interested in the game, it's just kind of cool to look at the Notion doc and the AIP because there's some new info in there. And yeah, and so it's going to go to vote in the next couple of weeks. We'll see what happens. If it passes, cool. If it doesn't, we still have the game, and there's a lot of other really fun things that we're sort of like planning. So, you know, Goblintown is still very much top of mind. I think it's more about like a distribution or partnership conversation. And once those things are locked in, then we can sort of put a bow on the game, and Dota can stop stepping on SPZ's neck, and you know,
Yeah,
ship it.
the DAO, all of the people that we've interacted with from the Ape DAO, from the special counsel to large holders to voters to like, you know, Q&As we've been on, they've all been really wonderful. Like every individual that we've encountered has been really fantastic. But like DAOs just kind of as a group are this sort of pure democracy, and pure democracy is not a fast process. It's actually quite excruciating. And so yeah, I think in hindsight I may not go to DAOs again. I mean, never say never, you never know, but it's like it's been such a long process.
It takes so much time. Like we're so busy, and like going around like kissing babies and shaking hands takes up a lot of time, and a lot of the times the things that are even good for a DAO ecosystem don't even get voted through because they just don't know how to operate necessarily. So
Yep. But
Okay.
Okay, I missed a question from Entropy. Entropy has a question about the Eve of Memories event. Basically, he's asking about the rings and if there's future benefits for the rings, and can they stack. I think are the basic questions. Matto,
Yeah.
do you have some insight?
Yeah, I'll briefly go over. So yes, if the Eve of Memory is the name for all the events that are going to be leading up to full release. So just to clarify, Eve of Memory is just for this event that just passed. Like that's just kind of like that pre-alpha slice. That's what we were calling it, the Eve of Memory event. There's probably going to be other names for the future releases that we have, and there's probably going to be other like their own kind of campaign events for leading up to them, similar to how we have for this one. But we're actually planning on what that next one is going to look like. So it's not going to be the same as this. Whatever we plan incentives wise may have similarities, but it won't. But it's not going to be like exactly the same. There's probably going to be like some different story beats dropped within two. And then he asked about the ring benefits. If we can expect to have them be the same for the next playable builds. There definitely will be benefits, but the ring benefits for this event particularly was balanced for this event. So like for purposes, it may change, like, you know, how much mana is given in the next event, or, you know, like what specific bonuses it may have, but it's still going to have bonuses, and it's still going to have, you know, mana for the next events going forward. And even for the full release of the game, I actually pinned a tweet that kind of like we went down a small breakthrough of like what's currently set in stone in terms of what we're going to be providing for benefits for ring holders. There's other ideas that we may plan later, but those are the ones that we tweeted are ones that are like 100% we're going to, you know, go through on. And then there's the other ideas we may capitalize on later. And then also the current benefits, he said they stacked at 1 ring per account for the font of memories. And if there's any chance that we allow for stack bonuses for holders multiple rings. Yeah, I mean that was definitely for balance purposes, because I mean, like, they give you like a percentage discount on like the font of memories, right? So like we didn't want somebody to be like, oh, I just stack 5 rings and I get 100% discount on it, So definitely like we'll look into like that's, like I said, because it's balanced specifically for this event. There's no reason why maybe like in the future event we consider this kind of thing as a possibility, and we kind of like change the parameters so that way it's not, instead of percentage based, it's because the mana we were able to give you stacked, because that's just like a flat amount that it gives you of mana per day, right? 250 per day. So like that was fine if you have multiple rings. That stacks just a flat amount, but percentage bonuses, those can get really wild really easily if somebody has a lot of them. So I'll take that feedback into consideration and bring it to the team and see if there's something maybe we can work in. No promises, but I think there's definitely bonuses that will 100% stack, and there's possibly bonuses that won't stack. But we're still going to be, providing benefits for ring holders throughout the whole pre-release period and even after release. Ring holders are always going to be considered, our early supporters, and we want to make sure that we give, some nice bonuses here or there for them. So
I think it's so cool to have an item like these items, like you said, they're just like a badge of honor. It shows how long you've been with the game and you own it. It's just like, it's so cool to be able to do that, and it'd be crazy not to sort of lean into the core group that was here with us at the beginning.
Right, exactly. Like we have like ideas planned for like if we may host special events like when the game is like actually launched, and like it'll kind of be like a VIP for like ring holders to be able to attend this event and maybe get like some nice items from it and stuff like that. Things like that, So
Dotta, Ozzz is in the secret tower saying that you promised Warrior Burning by Q1. This is me tattling on Ozzz.
Perfect.
Is Ozzz building that out? That's great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got yourself a new project, bud. You can sit next to SPZ.
On top of the others you already have. Look who's going to be working through Thanksgiving. Yeah, Niski did teach Ozzz how to create a full smart contract, so it shouldn't be a problem for you, Ozzz.
Yeah, he'll be an expert by the end of the week.
Oh, that's good.
Jay of the Sun asked if it's possible to get a 5-star wanted level in Goblintown. Yeah, is that possible?
Awesome. Also, everybody's saying that you're acting like a savage today, Dotta.
That's funny. I feel normal. I don't know. Like we're traveling, and we got up and we went to Starbucks. We got the kids hot chocolates. I had my pumpkin spice latte. I got plenty of sleep, so I'm feeling fine. I don't know what they're talking about.
It's the plums. They're making me evil.
It's the plums for sure. and the sales bot is going off. Man.
Oh.
All right. Did we lose? Oh, we lost Bear. Man, you guys, it is not a good idea to have Wizard Wednesday on the day before Thanksgiving.
I know, and everybody's traveling and our internet connections are terrible.
But we still did it.
We should do the Cult Content Chronicle. We've got plenty of artwork this week.
Man, I knew I was forgetting something. Thank you for the reminder. Let me look it up. But did Tanya even do it? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Of course she did, because Tanya.
Of course she did.
She is illustrious. All right. Well, yeah, this is week 44 of the Cult Content Chronicle Thanksgiving special. Okay. At the top, we've got the awesome project brought to us by O and Ozzz. We got to hear all about it. I pinned it to the top of this space. I highly recommend all of you minting at least one, and if you mint all 4, you get a surprise. And then speaking of Ozz's lore, Oz made this really interesting, like, handwritten note. I wonder if this handwritten note is the surprise. I don't know, but it's very cool. And then let's see what else. We've got a meme from Entropy. It looks like a Runiverse game meme. I'm trying to like read it for the first time right now, and I don't think I understand it. But Jitsi, there's a kobold in this meme. Do you know what this meme is from? And we lost
Sorry,
you.
yeah, I'm here, but I'm doing dishes.
Nobody
I
is
don't...
even listening to me today.
No, I'm here. I don't know the reference from I think it's a movie or a TV show, right? But I have no idea what it is. But I definitely laughed at it because that's exactly what I was doing in the game too, which is like, I don't even know what I'm crafting anymore. If I have mats for it, ship it on in.
Yes. That I do understand. I did the same thing. Like when the game was almost done, you basically just what was it? You like exchange it for mana? I can't remember the exact. There's Entropy right there.
Perfect. Bring him
But
on.
yeah,
Curious
I
too where
think
the
we all
weapons
feel
come in.
this. If you played the game, you get the meme.
Yeah, it was just like, you'd craft mana to get blessings, but then the blessings would give you extra resources, and you're like, oh, I have like 5 random things of this thing, and then you go back there and craft one at a time, and I'm like, no idea what I'm crafting, but I need it for mana. So, I mean, by the end of the event, everyone was just naked with no items in inventory, right? So.
For sure. Entropy, is this from a movie?
Yeah, if I can help clarify, it's from Superbad. It's the scene where they're in the shop.
Okay.
Yeah, they're in the shop at the end of the fucking like semester, and he's I think the line is, "What are you doing? Just drilling holes. Last 2 weeks, fuck it." And I just felt like that was totally the move of like, what do I have in my inventory that I just need to clear out? It's a fire sale.
Dude, nailed it. That's exactly right, and that's a great movie. Well done. Okay, and then Crucifor. Looks like Crucifor commissioned some really cool art from someone named Pez Banana NFT. I thought this was like a Markifine piece when I first saw it, but no, this is Pez Banana. And it's just a beautiful warrior piece. Man, I want to see more Pez Banana work. Really nice commission.
Yeah. I really love the
And
texture of the ghosts. It's incredible. I love like the vibrant neon colors. The nipples are a lot, but the piece as a whole really comes together.
it sounds like you like everything but the nipples, Dotta.
I just keep staring at them. That's the only thing I see. They're poking me in the eye.
They look like nice, perky little plums. Moving on, Brennan.eth has been working on a board game. Brennan shared this with our team like a few months ago, and we all played it. It's awesome. I think he's still working on it, but he shared a playthrough of this board game. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the day that this comes out. Daniela Illustra is working on an amazing. It was actually a piece for Halloween. It looks like all the legendary souls for Halloween, and it's just beautiful. I'm looking at the Nosferatu right now. And then Shadow Queens Guild looks like did a special Plum-tastic commission for Swan Lake. This whole Plum thing, now that the show is almost over, I gotta say, I do not understand where it came from, it's about, but it's almost Cucum Dog level memery, which makes me wonder if Cheddar Bob started this whole thing.
All paths lead to Cheddar Bob.
Yeah. Or I see Swan Lake, who seems to be really deep into it. Maybe Swan Lake started it. I'm not sure. And like, why plums of all things? Of all things, I don't know. I don't get it. Speaking
I
of
don't know
plums,
either, but I love it.
Speaking of plums, Feckless Mage has made some really cute plum characters of Cumberland. Feckless did this cute bear this morning that I saw. Feckless, your characters are so damn good. Like, you and Acid do my pixels better than I do, and I'm jealous. But yeah, Feckless, these are beautiful.
I really,
Oh, go ahead.
I really love the bears. One of the big debates we had around Warriors was I wanted to have like Tollies and Shorties in the Warriors collection.
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, those bears would totally have fit within to like the biggies. But you know, I think production concerns, and there's lots of good reasons why they're all the same size. But I really, really loved your bear this morning. It looked so good.
So cute. And then Feckless shared an adorable doodle of Corky the Wizard. Feckless, I also love your doodles, especially when they're on graph paper. Tad Major generated some really fun Skull Wizard characters. These are badass, man. I'm going to guess that they came from Dolly and not Midjourney, but I don't know for sure. And then jmander.eth actually has a really cool comic as well. This is the first time I've seen this. Wraith Deacon. It's called Wraith Deacons Love Their Pets. Yeah, I think it's pretty cute that souls have pets.
Yeah.
Even if those pets are dead and zombie and skeletons, they still love their pets. Super cute. And then jmander also shared a nice Lore Not Floor image. Meeple Dad is still going on the Secret Tower. Meeple Dad, you've been sharing individual pieces and components of the Secret Tower, but I have yet to see the full Secret Tower assembled, and I cannot wait for that day. But yeah, I mean, this looks like one of the most epic Lego projects I've ever seen. Jason DeSante shared a really cute red wizard image of a red wizard and his snakes. Really cute. Justin shared some artwork. This. It looks like Justin like pulled some quotes from the Book of Lore and overlaid them onto some wizard imagery. It almost looks like cards from Magic the Gathering. These are awesome. It's not too often I see the blindfolded wizard. I think this might be some of the first cult content I've seen of the. I think it's called the Oracle, or the Prophet. Enchanter Orbis shared some really great some art of his eyeball wizard and holding a crystal ball. Heroes of Cumberland. It looks like we finally have a winner of the Cumberland Cup. Test Fire 888. You are the winner of the Doey the Prince of O. That is a hell of a prize. Congrats to Test Fire 888. Magic Monday News happened last Monday. The special guest was Slim, and the treat of the week was the spray paint can. And I think that's it.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. Another housekeeping thing. DAO update. The DAO met this week. If you're interested in what's going on with them, we publish our notes every week, so you can look up there. You know, the current scandal under debate right now. It's not really a scandal. Yeah, the current debate is really like, do we re-vote the old proposals or not? Right. And so that's one of the things that the DAO is discussing, and we're gonna figure that out. So. Yeah, make your voice heard in the House of Wizards DAO channel. And yeah, we should be having some votes on either new proposals or old proposals. We'll see. We will see soon.
People are correcting me in the Secret Tower. That head is called the Seer, not the Prophet or the Oracle. Thank you, SPZ, for correcting me. Yeah, sometimes I get my heads mixed up.
Yeah, I'm glad you forget, because I can't keep them straight sometimes, and I feel bad.
It's a huge collection.
Yeah.
But I think that's it. I think we lost Bear for good.
Yeah. Must have
Matto,
fallen in.
Jitsi, Oz, anything else?
Nothing else. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Have a plumderful
Yes,
evening,
I
everyone.
want to wish a plumderful evening, a plumtastic Thanksgiving. And I'm just so thankful for all of you.
Same.
And with that, I will play us out with The Hall of the Mountain King by Edvard Grieg, SPZ. I saw that you noticed. Channeling out from the Plum Downs. This has been Elf, Dotta, Matatsuki, Jitsi, Oz, and I'm sure Bear will be with us next week. GN, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Bye. You know, there's a song, the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies, or from the Nutcracker.
Dotta, you're right. I should have played that. I wish you would have.
There's always next week. Maybe it will go away by then. I'm not sure.
But the meme will be dead by then. You know how they are.
Yeah.
Still keep it alive just for Wizard Wednesday next week.
Gotta go put some iron.